Welcome to the Josh and Ethan Show, everybody.
Hey, that was the Batman theme song from the 1960s cartoon show, or sometime around that area. I don't know. The reason we're playing that, though, is because San Diego Comic-Con was this past week, and there was a lot of Batman news, Batman v Superman.
Suicide Squad, which
yeah.
is semi-related.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. First, the reason we didn't have a podcast the last couple weeks, or about maybe a week and a half.
No, it's been 2 weeks. I was in Texas.
Yeah,
and then
we did one after that, but I was recently in California. I missed Comic-Con by 1 week, but that's okay. I visited some family in San Marcos, which is like 30 minutes from San Diego, and yeah, it was really fun. I apologize for all of our 10 viewers out there who just couldn't live without seeing our faces or hearing our voices.
Our hearts go out to you.
Yeah, but anyway, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
You got to saw the Women's World Cup whenever they brought it back.
Yeah. The if you don't know, the U.S. Women's National Team won World Cup 2015, and they flew back literally the day we were leaving. Well, no, actually, it was the day before we left, and it was pure chance. We were going to go to the Grammy Museum in L.A., and we walked into this little pavilion. I don't know what that. It was like an area.
It's a nice word. We'll take it.
Whatever. Walked into this little like shopping area, where they had, it was just a sea of people, and we're like, what's going on here? And then we looked up, and there were digital billboards with pictures of the girls, ladies, women. Sorry,
girls. God.
Some of them are like
sound
18,
like such a misogynist.
Okay? One of them is, I think.
That's scary. Well, we're 19 and 18. What are we doing with our lives?
This. Anyways,
this.
But they showed up to, I think the place was called LA Live, and they had the World Cup in hand, and I got some pictures. They were kind of crappy, but I was actually closer than it looked. I got to see Abby Wambach from behind, and Hope Solo. They were sitting like right in front of me. It was cool. I followed World Cup this year pretty intensely. I'm a soccer fan. I follow Premier League.
Have you been following the? I don't know what the name of the cup is, but the one.
I haven't. We're not in it, so I don't care.
Yeah, we are.
Which one?
The cup that's in America right now. We played Haiti.
Are you sure?
The other day, yeah. I watched it at Yume's house.
Oh, well then.
We have a friend named Yume.
When I said I like soccer, I'm kidding. No, I don't know anything about soccer. I just like to watch it. It's fun. I don't know. It's one of the few sports where I suck at it, and I don't know a lot of what's going on. But it's like I find it fascinating. It's cool. And when people score a goal, I've never seen anybody more ecstatic
than soccer
players.
I don't know. Have you seen a touchdown dance of some of the NFL players?
It's just one guy though. It's not the entire team.
That's true.
Like the other teams is kind of like, come on, buddy, like wrap it up. We got a game to play here, man. Come on, seriously.
Just running the clock down, man. What are you doing?
But you know, in soccer, it I don't know. It makes you happy. Anyways,
soccer's also the cheapest sport to play.
It is. That's why
it is a ball.
Most popular around the world. We won't get into it. I like to think I know a lot about it, but I don't. I really don't. But anyways, saw them. It was cool. Went to the Grammy Museum. That was really awesome. Did the Warner Brothers tour. Speaking of Batman, is owned by Warner Brothers, and we did the backlot tour, and it was really awesome. We went to all the studios and stuff. We didn't actually go inside the Big Bang studio, but we saw the outside in the parking spot for Jim Parsons. And then we went into the Two Broke Girls studio, saw how it operated. It was really cool. And then at the very end of the tour, our tour guide, whose name was Fleming, he was pretty cool, was like, "Oh, we got some."
His first name was Fleming?
Yeah, weird. I know. But he said, "Hey, we got something special for you guys." Somebody called him on the radio and said, "Hey, your tour group has been selected to try out the new museum because they have a brand new museum that's also kind of interactive that they were going to open the 16th. And they needed people to test it out. So like 1 in every 3 cars got selected to go to the museum, and we stayed there for like another hour.
Oh, wow.
And there we saw, things from tons of movies, from Gravity. We saw the whole setup of how they shot Gravity, which was really cool. To other things like Friends, for instance. They had the whole Central Perk cafe thing. I know you don't like Friends that much.
Friends.
It's not my favorite show either, but they had.
It's cool to have it.
They had the Central Perk set. Is that what it's called? The coffee shop?
Yeah.
Whatever. I sat in the sofa. It was cool. And then we got pictures of. They had a green screen thing where you could ride the Batmobile. I mean, not the Bat motorcycle from the Dark Knight. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. They give us a deal too because those. How much would you think those photos would be originally? Like when the thing opens.
Probably like $20.
Exactly, $20, and that's what I figured they'd be. And it's like, oh no, you guys are special. We're gonna give it to you $5. I'm like, give me 2. I got one with
The
Bat Cycle, yeah, and also riding a broomstick over the Quidditch field. And
Yeah, 'cause I forget
they own Harry Potter, yeah.
They own Harry Potter, but they didn't trust Six Flags to do.
No,
The theme
nobody
park for
trusts
Harry
Six Flags to
Potter.
do anything.
They're like, you can have Looney Tunes, but not Harry Potter. I'm sorry.
Universal gets that.
Yeah.
I was astounded by how many things were shot there. If you look at some movies made by Warner Brothers, there's a central lot that's like they call it Main Street or whatever. And I was watching the Muppets movie actually recently, and first opening song is right there and I was like, oh, I was in that building. I saw that. I was there. It's really cool. And how much stuff is actually filmed on the lot. Even things that look like they're in the middle of the wilderness, you know, magic of movies, you can make a small little section of grass look like Central Park, and they did that for Friends, and they've used the same like little patch of grass that's probably no more than like 5 feet across, well maybe a little less, like 25, but still, for 4 different scenes in Big Bang when they're flying the kite, when they're jogging, things like that. A couple
they couldn't
episodes.
go to a real park.
They couldn't go to a real
used that
park.
20 by 20.
But it's cool because every scene looks different,
Mhm.
even though it's the exact same thing because they dress it in a different way. They took us behind this little area, and our tour guide was like, "You guys remember Jurassic Park?" And we're like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Well, that was filmed in Hawaii, and then we kept on going. No, but
Psych.
but there was one sequence, when Ian Malcolm and the guys are in the truck, and he's like, "Oh, we must go faster, must go faster."
Yeah.
That was actually filmed on Warner Brothers because Spielberg wanted another shot of that, but they were already off location. So, and the road they filmed that on is incredibly small, like probably 30 feet in length, and they still were able to make it look like they were going 50 miles an hour down this road in the jungle, which is awesome.
The magic of movies, man.
Yeah, magic movies.
Like, you may think we're in a music room right now, but we're not.
It's my house.
Yeah.
Yeah. This may look like a studio. It's not. It's my house.
Yeah.
It's a spare bedroom.
Yep.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, we got video. Hopefully video will be working for
Yeah.
this one. I don't know. We'll see afterwards. But if you can see us,
We have high hopes.
yeah, we have high hopes.
We've done some tweaking.
we fixed some stuff. Anyways,
Not like meth, but
well,
Well. Not today anyway.
I don't do meth. I just sell it.
There
Yeah.
we go. There you go. Breaking Bad, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were a chemistry professor.
Not a professor.
Aren't you getting a history degree?
Minor in chemistry. It's a weird combination. Anyways, Comic-Con. Unless
Yes,
you want to say
Comic-Con.
something else.
Well, no, it's totally unrelated. Then I'll let you know afterwards. It's
Okay.
just one of my friends who is also a history major. She is doing a trimester
Mhm.
at Oxford.
Seriously.
And yeah, I just found out about it.
That is
and apparently
amazing.
there's some program that you apply and they give you
I
scholarships
should
and
look
stuff
into
for
that.
You should.
Is it at Armstrong?
No, it's not at Armstrong.
Okay.
She's at Mercer.
Okay.
But
Well, still.
it's like a national thing.
I'm looking
I
at
had no idea it existed.
a message on our little viewfinder there. I don't know what that is.
the viewfinder. You mean my phone?
Whatever. I'm
Uh,
trying to make it look professional. Artist monitor.
Droid rules, everyone. I know you've heard me say that before. It's just a battery message. Even if this dies.
Okay, cool.
We're still
I just want to make
recording.
sure everything we said isn't
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah, no, we're still.
But on to
we're
Comic-Con.
good.
Have you kept up at all with the stuff?
Not
I didn't really either.
not
honestly.
100%.
Yeah.
We just did some quick review backstage in the studio,
The
the
studio.
house, his bedroom. But the big things, I guess, were the behind the scenes with Star Wars,
Which was amazing.
which is coming in December.
Star Wars, by the way, wearing the shirt.
I need to start wearing related shirts. To
Yeah,
what
man,
we're
you
talking
just-
about. I've been dropping the ball. Which looks amazing, and I'm really glad. As much as I love episodes 1, 2, and 3. As much as I love episodes 1, 2, and 3, I'm happy that they're going back to more practical effects,
Yeah, I am too.
and I really think it'll look.
I saw this and it was like my hopes were already high.
A New Hope.
They were already high. Good joke. They were already high, and now they're higher. Like everything I see from this movie makes me more and more excited and more hopeful. There hasn't been a single thing where I'm like, there hasn't been a decision that they've shown at least where I was like iffy on. You know what I mean?
And now there's officially 3 black guys in the Star Wars universe.
3? Oh yeah, yeah. There's
Windu, Lando, and new
we
guy.
got him.
Yeah.
The one that, in the behind the scenes, one of the stormtroopers too. Was,
Oh, well, there you go.
there we-
Now there's 4 black guys in the galaxy. Why there
Um,
weren't more? I don't even think it was intentional. I think that maybe George Lucas was sitting in his house one day, years after the release, and he's watched it and he goes,
shit.
Huh, "We
I
forgot."
to Billy D. Williams was it, guys. But that was awesome. If you haven't seen that, I suggest you Google it. It's easy to find. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, use YouTube. What
Yeah.
are you?
um,
Google owns YouTube,
they do. Yeah,
and that kind of Google owns everything. Google has a self-driving car.
Google owns me.
Google owns
I-
Apple owns.
When
a
I was out
share
in
of
LA,
you.
I sold my soul to Google while I was out there.
Did
really
you go?
good-
Did
really
y'all
good
go to
package,
Silicon
yeah.
Valley.
No, that's up in San Francisco. We didn't go that far north. Yeah.
I always forget that LA is like all the way down here.
Yeah, yeah, it
like
really
it's
is.
like an hour and
LA's weird too, man, because this it's like a city made of different cities. Like you go to Burbank, which is probably my favorite area, and it's completely different from
that's where a
downtown
lot of the film
LA.
studios are, aren't they?
That's where all the
Burbank,
film studios
yeah.
are. Burbank is cool. It's like it's definitely an industry town, if that
Mhm.
makes any sense. Like not a lot of stars live there. They live in like Hollywood Hills and Beverly Hills and things like that, or Mulholland Road, things like that. But all like the tech guys, all the people who work on movies live there, and you can tell that by just walking down the street.
Why
Like,
don't you just do that? I know you're very passionate about film.
maybe
Just give up on your life as
give
a
up on
history major. and
move out there and just be like, give me a job, please.
Yeah, I'll
Excuse
do
me,
anything.
sir. Job, thank you.
I'll hold the boom mic for the new Mean Girls movie.
I would do that for like $1 a day.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to live somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyways, maybe
You
not the
can-
Mean Girls
You can
movie.
live in like
I'd ask for $3 for the Mean
$3
Girls
for the
movie.
Mean Girls movie.
I don't know. Mean Girls was actually not
The
that bad.
first one, yeah.
I,
It's
I,
good.
I don't know if they can do it again. Anyways, back to Comic
Are they
Con. We
getting
kind
a
of got off.
sequel?
We kind of got off track.
Mm.
Other things that were released: Batman v Superman.
Which I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Not that I've been a big fan of the DC cinematic universe, with the exception of the Dark Knight movies.
I don't even consider the Dark Knight movies to be like in the cinematic universe of DC. Like there's almost standalone movies. Like Christopher Nolan did a really good job of making those things standalone. I already said that, but like you can watch those and not know anything about Batman and be completely and totally entertained. It's
Yeah.
awesome. But
Well, they also-
from the trailer of the new movie, you definitely can tell it's a comic book movie.
Mhm.
Whereas Dark Knight was more, it was a comic book hero, but it didn't feel like a comic book movie to me. It felt like a really badass, really great movie
Yeah.
with a comic book hero. Whereas the trailers of the new ones definitely they're more in line of with what Marvel's doing.
Are we gonna have a Justice League movie?
We are, yes. That's what this is all building up to. You don't like DC?
Do I have to? Is
I
Aquaman gonna be in it?
Yeah, Aquaman is being played by Khal Drogo.
Oh God.
I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, I guess if
what's
Game
the
of Thrones
actor's
kills
name?
off your character,
Yeah, what's that
that's the
actor's
next
name?
best thing.
Something Mimosa. I don't know.
something mimosa.
But yeah, he actually looks pretty badass. Have you seen the pictures of him?
I
as
didn't see it.
He wasn't in the trailer.
Is he
but
getting his own movie?
I don't know. Maybe.
Aquaman, worst release of the 2016 movie year. Because he's gonna have to. If it comes out in 2016, think about its competition.
Oh yeah,
There's
totally.
like 2 Marvel movies coming out that
Yeah.
are gonna kill it.
Yeah.
I forget Age of Ultron came out earlier this year.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it.
It's okay. It's not, as good as
the
it's
first
not as
one.
good as the first one, but it had memorable moments and I enjoyed it.
I'm excited for Civil
I
War.
enjoy
though.
really any comic book movie.
Yeah.
It's just a fun time at the theaters.
Are you gonna go see Ant-Man?
I am. Yes. What?
I just.
You just had that look
That's.
like.
It's never been a hero that I've been particularly fond of.
Well, it's a hero that not a lot of people know about.
Yeah.
Marvel does a good job
There's a
though.
reason
of
they don't know about him.
Marvel does a good job of taking heroes that not a lot of people know about and then like just making them superstars. Like
Example.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, true.
Even Iron Man, honestly, before the Iron Man movie, he was not like their poster child.
True.
You know?
But then
and then-
Robert Downey Jr. got a hold of him.
And it was just, instant classic.
That was also like Robert Downey Jr.'s big
Yeah.
breakaway.
Mm-hmm.
Because before he was just some guy who was kind of sort of famous. In
He
the
was kind of a
80s
B-list
and did a bunch of
actor, yeah.
cocaine. But now he
Like,
still does cocaine.
honestly, Marvel sold in the 90s a lot of their biggest hitters. Like they sold
Spider-Man.
X-Men, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four.
Which now that they're finally starting to get all their stuff back together, they're like,
Yeah. um. Anyways, back to Comic-Con. I'm sorry.
is Sony leasing?
I don't know the whole.
Spider-Man?
I don't know the whole issue. What I do know though is that
He's being played by a male dancer from England.
yes, but Marvel had a hand in that, as opposed to the last Spider-Man, which was Andrew Garfield. Marvel didn't have any hand in that.
Yeah, I feel so bad for Andrew
I feel bad,
Garfield.
but here's the reason they want a new kid, and here's the reason they got like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old. They want him to be the Spider-Man of this generation and the next, almost. You know what I mean? Like he's going to be, hopefully, if it doesn't flop, which I really don't think it will. It's Marvel.
Well, is he getting his own Spider-Man?
He's
movie?
getting his own Spider-Man movie. He's probably
before.
no,
Okay.
but I think he's going to get like 7 of his own. Not maybe that many, but a good amount of his own Spider-Man
I
movies.
won't see 7 Spider-Man movies.
Because what it seems to me and what they've said is that they want him to be the Spider-Man for like 10 years. That's why they got such a young kid.
So he'll be still of age.
Yeah, he'll be
He
like
won't be too old.
yeah. Other things released Comic-Con, Doctor Who season.
We don't have to talk about Doctor Who.
Well, I love Doctor Who.
I went and saw the episode with you
I
in the
know.
movie theater, and it seemed good, but I just
You can't
No.
keep up.
no, it's too much. I would have to dedicate so much of my time
Yeah.
just to get into the universe and understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And I still haven't watched Breaking Bad yet or House of Cards at all. So
Yeah.
now that Breaking Bad's concluded,
You're living your life instead of sitting like me on my bed watching TV.
well, I mean,
Um,
Game of Thrones takes up too much time.
well, not really. It's 10. That's 10 hours
That's
a year.
10 hours a year.
That's nothing.
But hold on, I missed the first 2 seasons.
And you're caught up now, so you have nothing to complain
But
about.
I watched. You want to know how many times I've watched some of those episodes, like just catching up with other people, or like I get
True.
bored and I want to watch
True.
reruns.
True.
So many.
See, Game of Thrones is one of the only shows I've never watched a rerun of. I don't think I've ever seen an episode of Game of Thrones twice. Well, no, with the exception of the ones I watched with you, catching up. Anyways, other stuff released during Comic-Con, Suicide Squad. We got our first look at Jared Leto as a Joker. Do you have opinions?
The Joker to me now will always be
Always and forever. Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger is the Joker. I don't like the direction they went in with the Joker. To me, he looks too young, and I don't like the teeth.
Yeah, I hate the teeth. But, you know, a lot of people didn't like Heath Ledger's look. And then they saw the movie and they're like, oh, yeah, that's the Joker.
Maybe he'll surprise me.
He might surprise me. I hope he does.
He looks more comic booky.
Yeah, which is, again, they're
Yeah.
going for a comic book like style as
And
opposed
where
to.
did this whole Wonder Woman thing came from? I haven't heard any news about her.
Oh, no,
being
she
in the
was
movie.
cast a while ago.
Was she?
Yeah, and she's going to be in the movie.
The only thing I ever saw was Ben Affleck is
Yeah.
Batman.
I don't care what people say. I don't know if he's going to be a good Batman, but Ben Affleck looks like the perfect Bruce Wayne, if that makes any sense. Like, he has that look to him.
More so than
Yes. He
Really?
looks more like Bruce Wayne to me. Like, in my head, he looks more like Bruce Wayne than Christian Bale ever did. But Christian Bale's Batman was amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Ben
It's
Affleck to
speculation.
me will always be the guy from Argo, just because that's like my favorite role he's ever been in.
Yeah.
Except maybe you saw Gone Girl, right?
No, I have not
You
seen
didn't see Gone Girl?
I haven't seen
It's a
Gone
good
Girl.
movie.
Okay.
It's not necessarily a great performance from him because
Mhm.
I mean all he had to do was say he didn't kill his wife. So you know,
I didn't kill my wife
yeah. So
for 2 hours.
I mean that was it. But whatever. But Argo was because to me that was a great movie
That was a fantastic movie. It's one of the first movies I think we saw
together.
like by ourselves. I was just
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you want to go see an acclaimed movie?" That's worked sometimes, and sometimes it hasn't. We saw what was that movie called?
American
American Hustle. Hated that movie.
You disappointed me, world.
But then we
Awful.
saw Birdman, and we were like, "Okay,
Birdman,
yeah." Anyways, Comic-Con. Back to Comic-Con. We
And then
keep
I saw
getting
Grand Budapest while I was sick.
yeah.
It was a good movie.
We keep getting
That's a
off
great
track. We
movie.
keep getting off track.
Well, the show is called Off Topic.
I know. Well, actually, I don't think we've ever had a stand like a actual
The
title.
title is the Josh and Ethan Show.
Yeah, whatever.
That's what we've introduced.
In our
things.
hearts, it's off topic.
Yeah. We know. You don't, but we know.
Other things released during Comic-Con that I can think of off the top of my head. Deadpool.
So
But
excited.
Deadpool trailer got leaked. It's handheld and shaky, but have you seen it?
Yes.
It is awesome and so
Yeah.
R-rated.
I'm so glad they did it.
I know,
R,
I
though.
am
I was
too.
terrified they were gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be
Like when a trailer has the phrase cocksucker in it,
yeah.
like you're just
you
like,
know it's gonna be
yeah,
good.
it's gonna be a good movie.
But the bad thing is that whatever the actual like official trailer is that launches,
Mm-hmm.
if they advertise it during their like PG or PG-13 movies,
They don't have any PG movies really anymore. But yeah.
you're kind of right. Only the animated ones
Mhm,
are.
mhm.
That's weird.
But
anyways, they're gonna have to tone it down. Just
oh
for
yeah,
the
well that was the
trailer.
Red Band trailer.
Mhm.
They'll definitely tone it down.
But I'm so excited, and Ryan Reynolds because I saw like the official like, or I don't even know if it was official, but like the teaser trailer that came out like 4 years ago.
One of my favorite lines. Yeah, I saw that too. One of my favorite lines in the trailer is when he meets up with I forget his name. He's on Silicon Valley.
Mhm.
He has the red hair,
Yeah.
the beard. He's in the movie and he's looking at Ryan Reynolds with his mask off and he's like, "You look like an avocado had sex with an older avocado." He's like, "I know, I look like a shaved ball sack." Yeah.
Deadpool.
I think it's gonna be fun.
Deadpool's my favorite Marvel character.
Honestly, really?
I think, but only in the sense because to me he's not. Well, he's never been a hero, but he's like an anti-hero kind of, but not dark enough because he has a lighter side.
Yeah.
And that's what all the writers for Deadpool have always been funny.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I sent you the picture. Where
Yeah.
He's like, fly casual. You know, actually, I think the earlier Star Wars movies were awesome, and Jar Jar Binks really isn't that bad. Say Jar Jar Binks is terrible.
Jar Jar Binks is terrible. Jar Jar Binks is terrible. Yeah, the thing with Deadpool though is that there's a lot of things that he does and says and his mannerisms that work in paper form, that work on a comic, especially like the whole breaking the fourth wall stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
You
a
think
little
they're gonna do that in
worried.
the movie?
I'm a little. He's going to. He does in the trailer. But I'm a little worried. In the trailer, it seemed a little corny about the whole breaking the fourth wall thing. I hope they do it right. I hope because I have yet to see something where somebody literally looks in the camera and says something to the audience that was really genuinely funny. Now there are things that break the fourth wall that are like hints and
Yeah.
stuff that are really funny, but we'll see what happens. Again, I can't say, oh, I hate this, I love this, because I haven't seen anything
Mhm.
yet.
I mean, you're still gonna see it.
Yeah,
That's-
definitely, but all we have are trailers. Another line is when he's getting wheeled off, he's like, "Can I get a super suit? Oh, and please don't make it green or animated, 'cause Green Lantern."
yeah, hating on Green. Well, hating it deserved hate. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
terrible.
Terrible movie.
Which it's kind of funny because Green Lantern is the DC universe, and now he's playing Deadpool, which is
Yeah.
Marvel.
Well,
So
it
it's
doesn't
like
matter. I think basically DC has taken all their movies that they've made in the past and been like, okay, we're done with those.
They're
We're
just gonna
do
pretend like they didn't exist.
We're gonna do some new
Does
stuff.
this mean we can pretend that some of the older Superman movies didn't exist?
Hey, the first Superman was good. I like the first Superman.
'Kay.
It's aged. It's definitely dated, but it's an okay movie for the time.
Okay.
Okay, whatever.
If you say
Josh.
so. Well, you see, I don't like Superman to begin with, as a
Yeah.
comic book character. It's
I've
like they had
started-
to come up with something.
Hey, I've started to read some DC stuff recently because I've read some. I've always, I guess, been a Marvel guy just because that's what I've had. Like I'd pick up a comic, be like, it's always been Marvel. I don't know why, it just has.
Or Marvel has the best heroes, with the exception of
De-
Batman.
Debatable, but
How can you debate that?
just give me a second here. But I picked up some. At like Barnes and Noble, I was reading some Superman comics and some Batman comics, and the problem with Superman is that if handled by the wrong writers, he's incredibly boring and incredibly dull. Like you had to invent a rock to be his only weakness.
Which is his whole problem as a character
Yeah.
from the beginning.
But there are characters who go into like the psychology of of Superman, and like how he's just this all powerful god, and his struggle to
I feel like they kind of milk that in the trailer.
they do, and I think that's what they're gonna
The people like
the direction they're gonna go in the new movie.
So Batman is clearly the good guy in this movie.
No, it's
No?
they're both good and they're both bad in their own way.
But Evan, if people are bowing down to a character
Yeah,
it's usually a bad thing.
true.
'Cause it's usually
Well,
supposed to be like this crazy
L- l-
power.
let me
that-
finish though. Like some of the writers for Superman are really good, and they they delve into the psychology, and you can have a really good Superman story. Granted, I haven't read one yet that's just Superman, like just him by himself. There's always been Batman or the Justice League around him. I'm Batman.
Who's Batman to you?
And I've always and after reading some of that stuff, I really enjoy the interactions between him and Batman, just because they are alike, same,
Mm-hmm.
but different,
Yeah.
but still same.
Yeah.
What was that a reference to?
What's it from? What's the movie?
No, what was it called with Kim Jong Un
Yeah.
Yeah. and
The Interview.
Interview? Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
same,
Yeah.
but different.
But different.
Still same.
You're gonna have to put it in your butt. I don't want
Anyways,
You
off
see how
topic.
big
Off
this
topic.
is?
One of the things I'm really excited about is the Batman we're going to get. I think is going to be the angry Batman, like the really angry Batman that we haven't had before.
Does he have the same? Because the way that they made it sound in the trailer was they're leaving the Dark Knight behind. It's totally different Batman, but Batman existed in the past because he already had the suit, and he already had the suit that had like
I think
this is the Joker
yeah.
or something.
that was Robin's suit, by the way. Did you catch on to that?
No,
Yeah,
Was?
that's Robin. So maybe Robin's dead. I don't know.
Robin's dead.
Robin's dead, bitch.
That's a Dick Figures joke. You should go watch that.
But you got me off track now.
Let me plug that.
You got me off track. What was I talking about? Angry Batman.
Angry Batman, yeah.
Which we haven't really had in any Batman yet. We've had cartoony Batman. We've had semi-serious and then really serious, but not angry.
Super serious.
We've never had angry Batman. Which I'm excited to see.
And then what's Wonder Woman gonna do in this movie?
I don't know, man. I don't.
Whose
care.
side is she on?
I don't know. In the trailer, it looked like they were all fighting each other.
And is she a god like Superman is?
No.
Isn't she supposed to be like Amazonian or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah. I don't know anything about Wonder Woman. Like my comic knowledge is mostly Marvel. I've just recently started getting into DC. I know a lot about Batman, but that's just because he's my favorite, and
Because he's the best DC.
because he's
Hero.
the Batman.
He's the best. It's the
Um,
best. He's simply the best.
No
That's
arguments.
a regular car reviews joke.
No arguments here. Batman is the best.
Well, because it's like, who's he competing with? Aquaman,
There are a ton of DC heroes, man.
but mainstream ones.
Green Arrow, Wonder
Lame,
Woman.
Lame.
Green Arrow's pretty cool. Flash. Come on, the Flash is
Wonder
pretty
Woman's
awesome.
only cool because she's like the only powerful female in the universe.
Okay, not true.
Like
but
Avengers had Scarlett Johansson.
we're talking about movies. We're not talking about the 50 years of comics before that.
Oh, you mean like during the 50s, which was just such a forward-thinking time. The 60s.
Whatever. I'm totally off track now. I don't even know where to go from this. One thing I am curious about
Mhm.
is the director, Zack Snyder, made Man of Steel, which I was about. Made 300, which is a really shitty movie.
Hey.
300 is terrible. It's fun to look at, but it's a terrible movie.
Well, I just...
And then he made Watchmen, though, which was
was good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So, like,
He doesn't have an awesome record, but it's not...
and then other than that, I don't know what he's done. Again, I'm not completely up to date.
300 was just...
We haven't done any research before this podcast. Anyways, but I'm excited about it.
Mhm.
I'll go see it, obviously. And what you were saying earlier about Batman, is he already established? I think what they're gonna do is have a prequel, after this movie's made. That's just Batman, because I read somewhere that Ben Affleck got one of the original Batman writers and also his writer from Argo to write a Batman movie, and they're going to do
Yeah,
that.
because Ben Affleck owns
on
the
what?
Batman now. Like, he's like one of the chief... Like, he has control over the franchise.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
cool.
way that I understood it was the fact that Warner Brothers kind of gave him... Like, the reason he is Batman
Yeah.
is so that he has control of Batman.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways.
like, I want to be Anakin or Luke, I guess, so I can have control of Star Wars.
That's it's a
Just
smart.
kick around J.J.
It's a
Abrams.
smart move.
This is what we're doing. Star Wars.
Star Wars.
So worried. But Battlefront's gonna... You think... I think they're gonna plug stuff from the new movie in the
Oh, yeah,
Battlefront-
totally.
in the Battlefront
Totally.
game. But
Totally.
it'll be like a little Easter egg, like J.J. Abrams will be sitting in the corner of a map somewhere, and you'll be... Oh.
Hey, there he is. That Star Wars trailer was just I mean not the trailer, but the behind the scenes is
Well, I love how the intro
amazing.
they had the cutaways in there.
yeah. Did you see all the models, like the little
Mhm.
tiny models that they're
Yeah.
using, and they're setting them on fire, and they're
Yeah.
actually shooting? It's so refreshing, and I love it, and it's amazing, and I can't wait. We're running a little low on time here. We're at I think 30-minute mark. And I don't necessarily like end it right here because there's still some stuff we could talk about, but
Mhm.
you know, winding it down. This weekend we're going to Universal, you
We
and
are.
me, and we're gonna have a blast in 99-degree weather.
With no fast passes.
No fast passes. That's fine. This is the first time I'm excited. This is the first time I will be riding some rides without fast passes. Like, and I can actually see the line.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be fun. I've never seen the actual line for the Mummy. Day
You're-
before that,
You're gonna think it's awesome,
Yeah.
and then. you're
I
gonna have
hope
to
I'm
wait.
getting a cavity filled on
Oh.
Thursday. I hope there's no residual effect of that
Pain,
before
yeah.
this trip. Um,
I think we might try and do a podcast while we're there too.
Yeah, so stay tuned for the podcast live, sorta
Yeah,
from
live, sorta.
some hotel in
Orlando.
Orlando. Won't be at Universal because they'd kick us out.
You think? I don't think so.
They'd probably
I
kick
mean,
us out.
clearly we couldn't take this whole setup with us. But if we just had the GoPro and we found a corner somewhere and sat down, we might have a couple shots.
Is the video? Did it die? We're hearing beeping from our camera.
Yeah,
I'm
hold
sorry,
on
people.
1 second.
Anyways, I'll continue the show. Yeah, da 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 da
Yeah,
da.
because SoundCloud people can hear us
Da
no
da
matter
da
what.
da 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 da
Um,
da 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 da. Play us off, Johnny. Um. Anyways, we got to wrap up anyway. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Talking to you, Josh.
So
and
I apologize for the last few minutes of darkness. I don't know what happened. I'm really unsure about what happened. We might even still have video. I don't know.
yeah, if we do,
What's up?
we just give some thumbs up.
Yeah.
You're awesome. I enjoyed talking to you. I enjoyed talking to the lovely people out there who listen and support us. Sign whatever.
Subscribe, like us, leave a comment, unless you're a shant and you say mean things.
Yeah.
But other than
Shant.
that, yeah, God, a shant.
God damn it, you shot.
We will talk to you all soon.
Yeah.
This
Thanks.
has been the Josh and Ethan Show. Thanks for
Stay
listening.
tuned for the Universal podcast.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. All right. Bye, everybody.